righty, so let's get this party started. So, all right, as we are live here, I first of all want to thank everybody for joining us today, and welcome to my Thursday Tell RKW Story live interview. For those of you watching that may not personally know me, my name is Kim Rogne, and I am the team leader of Keller Williams Milwaukee Southwest in New Berlin, Wisconsin. We have about 160 agents. We have 7 people on our executive leadership team. I've been in the real estate business, for 22 years now. And I'm pretty blessed to be in a leadership role where I have the opportunity to coach my top real estate agents on their business. So I decided to start this series for several reasons. One being Keller Williams is what I like to call a very humble company. We don't spend billions of dollars on billboard advertising. We really truly pour into our real estate agents and their business. And I feel like the general public itself just still doesn't really know who we are, even though we're the largest real estate company. And then the second reason being, why not have our top agents share their success stories, right? Together we can do more, and they can share tips that I believe you can put in place, whether you're running a real estate business, another small business, or anything. Because again, what we teach is how to run a business. So that's what this is all about. So joining me today is Lisa Packard. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you.
So we are going to start with learning first a little bit about Lisa's real estate business, what tools and systems she's put into place, and then we're going to get to know her a little personally. So stick with us till the end, where we ask some personal questions that may not be business related. So let's just start with Lisa. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Well, I am a mom of 2 sons, and I'm married to my high school sweetheart. We have a giant cat, and we have a beautiful dog, and you know, it's been a wild 2020 so far, but in general, life is good.
Good. I love it. I love it. So, when did you get into real estate? I guess tell us a little bit about your history, maybe where you came from before getting into real estate, but what brought you to real estate?
Sure. So, you know, like most people, I came out of high school not really knowing what I want to be when I grow up. And I did what everybody else was doing. I went to college, and I went to UW-Madison. I had no plan. I had no idea what I wanted to do. It's just that's what you do. So that's what I did. But I found I didn't have any direction. I didn't know what I was doing there. And you know, as any of you who are in college or put kids through college know, it's not cheap. So I went just the one semester. I came home. I was working in retail at Barnes and Noble, and I really liked it, and I worked my way up to a management position, and that was really fun. But you know, I realized that wasn't going to be sustainable forever. That wasn't what I want to do forever. And so then I went to MATC, Milwaukee Area Technical College, and I got my interior design degree, which was really fun to do. And I ended up selling furniture for a while, and I ended up selling floor covering for a while. And, you know, I discovered that I really enjoyed helping people make good decisions. So, you know, that's something that stuck with me for my time then. Then unfortunately, my father got sick, and I decided to take some time off of work. I also had one of my kids, I had a young son at the time. And so I helped out with my dad. We did lots of family time. My dad passed away, which was hard. Had my second son. And so I was a stay-at-home mom for a couple of years. But, you know, as you know, just like college is expensive, 2 children is expensive. And so it came time that I needed to find a way to help and to contribute to the household. And like most people, I thought, oh, real estate will be flexible. And, and so, I had sold pieces of houses and things that go in houses. I thought, well, I'll just sell the whole house. It'll be easy.
Sure. I mean, you got the furniture down and the decorating. Why not, right?
Right, exactly. So that's how I got started.
Wow. So, and I like to call real estate unpredictable flexibility, especially when we're starting our business, when it's go, 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 like any small business, right? We pour everything, every ounce that we have into it to succeed. There's a reason that 80% of those that get in the business don't make it.
Right.
They're out of the business in less than 18 months. So it's unpredictable flexibility, because if you've only been in the business 3 months and then all of a sudden you finally have your first deal and you've promised your family you're going to take them to the zoo and it's Saturday, you're like, I got to go. Unpredictable flexibility. But if you want to get your hair done at 2:00 as an appointment, you can, right? You're not clocking in, clocking out. So I guess tell me a little bit about then, when did you start real estate? What year?
Sure. So that was in 2013.
Okay.
And I started over at First Weber, and was a great office, really
Absolutely.
wonderful, high producing agents, really just a quality office that I started
Yeah.
at.
Yeah. Great. And when did you come over to Keller Williams?
So I came over to Keller Williams in December 2018, and I was not going to come. I
haven't heard that one before, Lisa.
Yeah, yes. I was happy. I was not unhappy at First Weber. First Weber is a wonderful, wonderful organization.
Absolutely.
Really top notch. But so I was not going to come. And my good friend had recently switched to Keller Williams, and he said, just come with me to, this training thing, and, just come with me to this. And so I went, and it's like, okay, this sounds pretty interesting. And, at that time in 2018, it was the first year that I wasn't seeing a growth over the year before. So every year, 2013, 2014, everything had been trending upwards. And at the end of 2018, I was not trending upwards. I was starting to flatline or actually dip a little bit in my sales. And I thought, well, if there was ever a time to try something new, now is the time. And I did.
And here you are. And so right before our call, I went and pulled your stats. As we always like to say, numbers tell a story. And I see that your business is up. Check this out, people. To be exact, 54.3% over the last 2 years. Holy macro. So is that okay if we dig into a little bit of that?
Yeah, that's totally
you've
fine.
had to make some changes. So I guess tell me a little bit about what KW tools or systems, that you've put into place that have helped you grow your business.
Yeah, sure. Well, before I came over and started plugging into all of the systems here, I was a fly by the seat of my pants kind of girl. I was a relationship seller, and I could get away with not having systems because I was just good at relating with people. Mm-hmm. And once I came over to Keller Williams and I started going to the trainings and going to the meetings and talking to the high producing agents, I learned things like 36 touch for keeping in touch with your database. I didn't even have much of a database. I was selling people houses and they were enjoying working with me, and then I was maybe never seeing them again, or maybe never calling them again. And 36 touch is a way of, systemizing, emailing them, mailing to them, calling them, texting them. And it's so simple. And I couldn't believe that I didn't have something like that going. I'd never had consistency before. And then another, I read the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book, and it just kind of blew me away that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's already everything you could ever need to know and, want to do. It's just in there, and you can just read the book and you can just do the things, and the pieces start to fall into place.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. A lot of people get into real estate because they're entrepreneurial. And so we think we need to reinvent everything when really it's right there. As we like to say, I believe real estate and even any small business is simple, not easy. Our bold law that we refer to a lot, and we always want to overcomplicate it, but it's not that complicated. So.
Right, exactly. And I enjoy baking more than I enjoy cooking, because with baking you have a recipe, and if you just follow the recipe, you put in, exactly what it says, you have a predictable result. And before, I think I was cooking, and I'm not a good cook.
Yeah. Wow. We're very similar that way. So if my husband and children are watching this, yeah, they prefer I don't cook either. So plus who doesn't love sugar? So anyway, so I know that when you came on board here, you were a single agent, and you now have an amazing, what is Yoli's title?
Oh, she's my executive assistant.
Executive assistant. And you're possibly you're working through a process of adding onto your team. I guess, can you share with everybody a little bit about the system that you use to hire and grow and lead, and how that's helped you with your success?
Yeah, absolutely. Another, at Keller Williams, we have this amazing system called career visioning, and it's all about finding talent and, really digging in and finding out what makes this person tick, what are their goals, what drives them, what motivates them, are they talent, are they non-talent, and by following, like, once again, like baking, you follow every single step of career visioning, at the end you can get a great result. And I did. I found a absolutely wonderful person who's now my, she's my right hand lady, Yolanda. She's she helps run my business. She helps me accomplish more every day than I ever did before. And because I have her and she makes my life easier, I'm now able to expand, and I'm going through the career visioning process right now to gain a showing partner.
Nice. What is your favorite part about career visioning?
Oh, okay. Well, I really like the KPA, and that's the Keller Personality Assessment. It's this really weird test, and it's funny when you're taking it, it's not only looking at your answers, but how long did it take you to choose that answer? And did you choose one and then choose a different one instead? And at the end, it spits out like an eerily accurate assessment of, what kind of personality you are, and, what kind of motivates you and what your work style is. And it's really fun because when you go through the process, you get to go over this with your candidate, and you read them these things that this assessment has found out about them, and they're like, what? That's true. How did it know that?
Yeah.
And it's kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah, I agree. And I've probably done 50 KPAs. And when we get to the part where you rank it on a scale of 1 to 10, I've never had anybody rank it lower than a 9. And all respond the same way, like, really? That's what it got out of it? Yes, it's that intuitive. So true. Okay, so what would you, if we have an experienced real estate agent listening today, and they've never worked at KW, they know nothing about KW, what would be something that you'd want to share with a KW agent, or maybe a myth that's out there, as, again, we're just not known, and there's all, what would you share?
Oh, well, I know, having come from the outside, that everybody thinks we're out to recruit them, and we want them to drink our Kool-Aid. And it's not untrue, because once you taste that Kool-Aid, it's so good, you just want to share it. I just want to walk around with my pitcher of Kool-Aid and, a couple of cups, and,
Yeah.
try it, you like it.
Yeah.
We get excited.
Well, we do. And honestly, it's not a bad thing. I think of it like, when you go to a really good restaurant, or here's a good, you travel somewhere, and then all of a sudden you hear that somebody else is traveling there, and they're like, oh my gosh, let me tell you about the best restaurant, or or the whatever. And so you are correct. Our agents are not required to recruit. However, we do like to continually grow, just like you want to grow your business. And we do continually want to bring on like-minded people that are growth-minded, that we believe, ooh, we could just like, we want to share our systems and how we can help you, change your life. And so we're constantly just about that, but it's not recruiting, right?
Right.
Could you
Right.
imagine if you did that all day long? Gosh.
Who would want to do that?
So, okay. Last question on this, and then I want to dig into more about your business. So, what would be your greatest advice for maybe, if I look at your sales, your total volume over the last 12 months is like, if we look at last 12 months, over 10 million in volume, okay? What would be your greatest advice to maybe a newer agent or somebody who's looking at getting into the real estate business? Like, how do they become that if they're interested in that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important as someone new to really plug into the training, really plug into the systems. I mean, read the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book, come to the trainings, come to the meetings. I really appreciate here how we have the mentorship program for new agents, and how new agents get assigned a transaction mentor who kind of guides them and helps coach them through their first transactions. Really just, like I said before, like I was trying to reinvent the wheel for 5 years. And if I would have known as a brand new agent all the things that I knew, at the end, started to know at the end of 2018, it kind of makes me wonder how much over 10 million I might be at this point if I would have been doing all of these things from the start.
Yeah.
So I would say read the book, then read it again, and just really utilize all of the amazing training opportunities that we have here, because there's so many and they're so wonderful.
Well, and that's so true. And as we like to say, the first time you read something like that, which is a manual, really, this is a manual to building your real estate business. You're in kindergarten. And then the second time, first grade. So it's one of those, read it. It doesn't matter what company with you guys, if you're listening, like the Millionaire Real Estate Agent gives you everything that you need. And so depending on where you are in your business, you can then put the models in place. And so you can truly build a predictable business if you follow this system. That's the hardest part when we get in this business new. It's like, do I have to do what they're telling me to do? Trust me, just do it.
Right. Yeah. And, it's like the first time you read it, if you're a new agent, there's parts about team building in there. You're not quite ready for that yet. So, but it describes the 36 touch that I was talking about earlier, how to follow up with people, how to systemize that. And then later, when you're rocking it because you did all the things in the first part of the book, then you go back and you reread about team building.
Yeah.
How to hire.
So true. And the good part is that's if you want that. The greatest part about this real estate business is we don't set your goal for you. You set it. So it's okay if you just want to be a highly productive, great single agent, great. If you don't, we also have that. We've got it for everybody. So that's awesome. So, all right, I'm just kind of watching on my phone here to see who's all joining us. We've got some viewers. So if you are just joining us for the first time, just a quick reintroduction before we dig into more personal information about Lisa Packard here. I'm Kim Rogne with Keller Williams, Milwaukee Southwest in New Berlin, Wisconsin. And we're just doing a little Thursday Tell Our KW story. So let's just talk about you then. When you put your business plan in place, when 2020 started, seems like years ago, given everything we've gone through so far this year.
I think it was a couple years ago.
What were your goals? Like, what did you set at the beginning of the year?
Okay, so at the beginning of the year, I set a goal of selling 56 homes. Um, Last year, 2019 was my best year ever. I sold 45, which was incredible. I'm really, really happy with 2019. So I figured, okay, well, I made a nice increase over the year before. I'm going to increase again. So 56. And then COVID. So, you know, I'm not quite where I would want to be for my 56 goal. However, we have 12 homes closed so far. Tomorrow we'll close 2 more, and we'll have 9 pending behind that. So, so it's been a busy couple weeks. I think it's going to be a really busy summer.
Well, let's be honest, Lisa. Did you have to become a stay-at-home teacher? Did you have to
I sure did. I sure did. Yeah, I've got at the end of the school year, I had a 6th grader and a 3rd grader.
Oh,
And, you know, I'm sure, you know, so many of you parents understand, but, you know, if it's been a while for you, 6th grade math is no joke. I mean,
no.
it's tricky. So, you know, I was running my business and also, you know, Googling long division like every morning. So there was a little bit of a shift in focus. We are very relieved the school year is over.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, you should be proud that you were able to do this, do that. I mean, that was a lot. So,
Oh,
okay.
and having Yoli, having
Oh,
my assistant, I mean, that really, I mean, that was really great because I could get her started in the morning.
mhm.
She could work on things for our business while I was teaching my kids math.
Yeah. And really to think even bigger, what a blessing that we were part of an essential business.
Yep.
And so, I'm going to guess that there were things, we talk a lot about budgeting, right? Business. So what's interesting about the real estate industry is so many people work home to home or commission to commission and sell homes, but there's a difference between selling homes and running a business.
Right.
So you run a business, so you were probably much more prepared than possibly some other realtors out there. So
Yeah, I feel fortunate. Yep, we've been able to keep working the whole time. Yeah, like it's maybe we didn't sell quite as many homes as we would have, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, I feel like we powered through and we got creative and I'm happy with what we've done so far.
yeah, I mean, that's a lot of families and people that you actually helped so far this year and will continue to. So I guess a little bit about that, just in case you have some of your clients joining us today. What is the biggest need in your business today, and what is something maybe you'd like to share with them?
Oh, sure. Well, first of all, if any of my clients are watching, I love my clients. They're the best. You know, my business last year was, I want to say, like over 85% referral and repeat business.
Nice.
So clients are number one to me. Clients and anyone, do you have a house that's vacant? Do you have a house that is just sitting there? Please get it on the market. Let's get it on the market. Why don't you call me, text me, and we're going to get your house on the market because we need listings. We really need listings. There are the most amazing qualified buyers out there, and the interest rates are incredible. And we just need some more houses to sell to these amazing buyers.
Yeah, for sure. And we will, when we're done here, I will be sure to put all Lisa's contact information in the comments. She's so right. Right now, anybody looking to sell, give Lisa a call because we've got buyers, and it's a little painful right now for buyers when they want to buy and they can't find a home. So that's so true. So you did share a little bit about your family in the beginning. So we always like to, dig into our business and find out, yeah, it's great that we sell homes, right? But in
Mm-hmm.
the end, that's what you do, but I guess share with us why do you do what you do, whether that's client-based, personal-based, why? Why are you running a real estate business?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's a great question to
You
ask
don't want to
ourselves.
be a teacher. We know that much.
I don't want to be a math teacher. So, it started out, like, as I had talked about before, I was stay-at-home mom. We needed that second income. So initially it was a way to get by and a way to, help pay the bills. And it's really transformed year over year to being a way not just to get by, but to really make my family's dreams come true, to live a wonderful life, to give my kids, oh no, I'm gonna cry.
Oh no, oh no.
To give my kids a good life. And it's just when you do something you love so much, it doesn't really feel like you're working at all, which is important at 11 o'clock last night when you're negotiating. So
For sure. Yeah. You're so right, like to do this business because we don't have hours. A lot of people don't realize that, like you said, 11 o'clock. And, I wish as an industry we did, and maybe that can be improvement over time, as we're not brain surgeons. But yeah, it definitely, this is your business, this is your baby. And if you don't love what you do and truly care for your clients, and clearly you do because the majority of your business comes from referrals, then why are we doing this? And so
right, exactly.
Your family should be proud. So that's amazing. So, all right, anything else you want to share until we move into some maybe more fun, personal, let's learn something about Lisa that maybe we don't know. Anything else you want to share?
Well, I'm real excited. We got 2 accepted offers yesterday.
Nice.
So that was really awesome. And for the first time ever, I am also selling some chickens with a house.
Okay, some chickens. So, okay, how does that work?
Okay, so working with these amazing buyers. They're wonderful, lovely people. We sold their house in the fall. Went to look at this house, and there were chickens in the backyard. And they said, "Oh man, those chickens are great. I hope they leave the coop. We were thinking we want to get chickens." And so, they loved the house. And on the way home, I called the agent and I said, "Okay, we're talking about an offer. And by the way, what are they doing with those chickens?" And, turns out they had no chicken plan. And so, all right, we're going to write these chickens into the offer. And we did. And now they're going to be chicken owners.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I would love to have chickens.
Yeah. I'm really hoping that I can drive by and maybe get some eggs later this summer.
Yes, bring it. I love it. All right, we're going to move into the fun personal times area. So, all right, what is something interesting about yourself that some of us might not know?
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, I pre-COVID, one of my favorite things to do, my hobby is improv comedy. And that was actually how my husband and I ended up getting together in high school. We were on our high school comedy sports improv comedy team. And that's how we became friends. And it was something that kind of fell to the wayside for a couple of years. And then just last year, we both picked it back up. And, it's really fun to hang out with a group of people, all different walks of life, and just be really dumb together. It's great. I look forward to when we can get back to doing that. It's a little hard. You can't really social distance improv comedy.
And I've gone to both of your shows. So I definitely, if I were to ever decide to do that, I need to study my English language and know what an adverb versus a verb versus a pronoun is. I kind of felt like I am not smarter than a 5th grader when they look to the audience and they're like, "Okay, someone give us a verb." Well, I know the verb, but I'm just saying.
Right. Right.
That's fun. Okay. if you could have any job in the world, what might that be?
Okay, and real estate isn't an option.
No.
So I gotta pick a different job.
Yes.
So I think it might be one of two. Either a celebrity baking show judge. I can eat all the tasty things. Or a professional jigsaw puzzler. I think that's a job.
Is that a job?
Sure it is. Sure it is.
Why not? Don't people make money from Minecraft nowadays or whatever they do? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should try that. If real estate doesn't work out for me, I'll just get like a camera set up and I'll just like live stream myself doing a jigsaw puzzle. And I think people will be riveted.
I think they will be. I mean, I don't know about you. I have teenage girls and you should see some of these, I don't know, YouTube people that they watch and they're not even doing anything. They're like opening makeup. I'm like, what?
I can do that.
Do you do these puzzles really fast?
I'm a pretty good puzzler, Kim.
Right. So we could do this. We could have the video and we could speed it up, right? Like literally you could put a jigsaw together in 29 seconds or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We're bringing this one to Shark Tank for sure. This is for any business plan already.
Okay. Perfect. That's next year.
All right. So I think I probably know this answer. If you were to pick cupcakes or chips, which would you pick?
Cupcakes, and I might even put some chips on top of the cupcake.
Okay. Coffee or tea?
Tea, but specifically, I really love chai tea.
Ooh.
I like to drink it out of my Nicolas Cage face mug.
Oh,
I had it. It's
yeah.
in the kitchen. It's in the kitchen.
One that has that. That's in our kitchen. Every once in a while, somebody walks around with it. I didn't even realize that was yours.
Oh, yeah, it's mine. And people started using it, so I bought more of them. There's actually 3 of them in there.
It was like gremlins. They kept showing up. I'm like, what is this mug? And I didn't even realize that's who it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yoli really, she doesn't love him. So sometimes I put him on her desk with a little note, like he's giving her a message.
Kind of scary. If anybody's listening and you're in the office, bring this mug in. We got to show this on live camera here. All right. Let's see. Do you have a current maybe favorite book or podcast or TV show that is of the moment right now, your thing?
Well, let's see. On the business side, I'm listening to Think Like a CEO, which is Gary Keller's podcast, which is great. So that's awesome. And then, you can't be all business. So on the personal side, I happen to be a giant sci-fi nerd. And I really enjoy, space opera type books, real geeky, nerdy space stuff. I really love The Expanse. It's a book and a show. Highly recommend it.
Expanse is
The Expanse.
Okay. Very nice. Awesome. Well, that is all I had here for today. So I thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for having me. This was fun. Yeah. All right. Until next time, my friends, we will be back again. My name is Kim Rogne. I'm with Keller Williams Milwaukee Southwest in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And we just learned a whole lot of fun information about our awesome Lisa Packard. And so we'll be back on Facebook Live. You never know who might show up and who we're going to learn from. And we hope that this inspires you, whatever type of business you run or whatever you are doing. Keep being amazing. All right, we're out. All right, bye. Bye.